Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to our F1 Manager 24 Creator Team Career here on the PS5. Tonight, round 4, we are heading to Melbourne, to Albert Park, for the Australian Grand Prix. And this could possibly be a bit of a damage limitation race for us. We are waiting for our upgrades to go into production. We are hopefully going to have 2 rear wings for the next race after this one, which will be Singapore, and potentially 1 underfloor as well. As you can see here, we are 4 days away from the underfloor being ready to go into production. 11 days for the rear wing, but we can rush 2 of those to get those ready. We've got side pods and chassis on the way as well. They are still 2.5 weeks away from going into production. So we're not going to get those anytime soon, unfortunately. We are, looking at an upgrade package from Montreal with those upgrades there. And maybe, if we're lucky, maybe something else as well, but probably not. So we struggled a little bit in the last race. We had decent pace at times, but we are just lagging behind the Red Bull and more specifically the Cadillac as well. We've seen that Zhou has been able to punch his way up through the order despite, qualifying out of position in every race. And Oscar has just been too quick for us to catch. So it is very much a case of just trying to hang with them and score as many points as we can until we can upgrade our car and get it a little bit more competitive. Diving into the numbers there, you can see the Cadillac, second quickest car. Let me do a quick switch. There we go. So Zhou's actually got a slightly better car still. But if we'll work off this one here, you can see they have the quickest car, second fastest acceleration. They are really strong in the cornering and their tyre wear. Their engine cooling's amazing. Their dirty air is amazing. DRS is really, really strong. All of those things pretty useful around this circuit. Speed, very, very important. High-speed cornering, important. DRS, super important, given that there are supposed to be 4 DRS zones, but there are only 3 on this. Although, we'll talk about that in a minute. If we actually take a look at the actual numbers, there you can see that we are down 0.6 kilometers an hour in terms of top speed. Acceleration, we are lagging by a pretty decent margin. Only down a couple of percent in the DRS, so I'm hoping that the new rear wing will really close that gap. But the gains that they have over us in the cornering, in parts, are pretty big. We're at the point where in the regulations where gains that we make are pretty minimal. So the bigger the gap, the harder it's going to be to close that down. Tyre wear, they've got a monster advantage on us in tyre wear, nearly 8.5%, or just over 8.5%. They are 12% nearly better than us in the engine cooling department, and their car is fractionally lighter than ours as well. It is a bit of a beast, that Cadillac, this season, as it has been since we made it into a beast. And it is proving tricky to stay with it, especially in the hands of Oscar, who is the number 1 ranked driver at the moment. As you can see, if we go into overall, there he is on a 92 overall. Kimi ranked number 2, just above Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc. Fudo is in P5, Porsche P6. He's been quick recently. George P7. We've got to go down quite a way until we find Gabriele Mini, unfortunately. 79 overall. Not expecting him to help me, massively in terms of points, but everything he gets is a bonus. Especially considering that Red Bull actually have 2 proper cars, or 2 proper drivers this year in Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen, whereas they had Ludwig Nagel last year, so Leclerc had to score all of the points on his own. Constructors is going to be a lot tougher this week. And speaking of the constructors, we did surrender the lead to Cadillac last night. They moved 3 points clear of us now. It's tight in the drivers as well. Kimi is just 1 point ahead of Oscar. Those two are the clear runaways at the moment from the Red Bulls and Zhou, who are lagging behind a bit. Mini in 7th has 20 points. He's chipped in a bit already, but as you can see, the lion's share of the points have gone to Kimi. So, yeah, hopefully we can do well tonight if we can stay in the DRS. I really don't know how well we're going to do. Again, I think Kimi's got a chance of a podium. I think the win is probably outside of his chances tonight. And then, who knows with Mini? We've seen him backing out of overtakes a lot, which has left him vulnerable to cars behind when he's done that with a huge loss of momentum. So he might go backwards today. I really don't know how we're going to do, but let's get ourselves prepped, shall we? How you doing, Army? How you doing, Wayne? How you doing, Clark? Good to see you guys. Hello to anyone else who's lurking in that chat as well. Let's get our targets chosen for tonight. So Kimi, his target is 5th or above, and 18th or above for Mini. Again, should be able to get through those pretty straightforwardly. Let's head to Albert Park, shall we?
It's wonderful to be back down under for the Australian Grand Prix. There may be several street circuits on the F1 calendar, but this unique lakeside layout is like none other. High-speed sections snake through the heart of Albert Park, just a few hundred metres from St Kilda's beach.
In this round, the teams have 2 races to contend with both the Sprint and the Grand Prix offering the chance to bag some championship points.
Let's get this underway.
Is it a sprint? Oh, God, it's a sprint weekend. I didn't even realise it was a sprint weekend. I thought that was Singapore for some reason. Oh, nuts. Okay, so weather-wise then, could be a wet sprint and wet quali, possibly. And it means we've only got 1 session to get the car dialed in as quickly as we can. And then it will be dry for race day. Ignore the temperatures. They are almost certainly going to be wrong. Let's see. We're going to be running just the 1 session. We need to run long, so let's run for 45 laps. Again, we're still on our 1st gen parts, so we don't need to change anything out. And let's get our cars set up. So, if memory serves, last time we were here, we had 6.4 on our roll bar for both cars. So I'm going to go with that again and see if that helps us. We're going to go with an 8.5 on the front, 13 on the rear, a 6.4. And then we'll push this up because I remember these being quite high as well. And you know what? I don't do it very often, but I'm actually going to put the same setup on both cars. Normally, I like to split them up a little bit, but this time I'm going to go with the same setup on both cars and see how we get on. So let's send them to the track.
Check. Copy, loud and clear.
So I'm pretty tired.
Check.
If I start to go a little quiet at times, it's because I'm probably just fighting fatigue. I was up until, well, way past the silly hours this morning. I was up till about 10-ish this morning, playing around with F1 Manager 24 on the PC, trying to test out some mods ready for when we get our F1 Manager series on PC going next week. And I ran this race, and first of all, the 4K mod that I've got on it looks gorgeous. Everything is so sharp and crisp. You know, it looks so much nicer than it does here. There's a lot less of that motion blur ghosting that we see. There is still some, but a lot less of it. Just the fine detail is a little bit more pronounced. So very pleased with the way that mod seems to be running. I've been experimenting with the 2025 season mod, and I have also been experimenting with some sponsor mods as well. There are some other bits that I still want to find, but so far seem to be doing quite well. And a mod that I have found that's really quite cheeky and quite good is a mod that takes the 5 or 6, I think it was at 6, wasn't it? Liveries that you get with the deluxe upgrade. So Senna's McLaren from 89, Mansell's 92 Williams, the 90, was it the 94 Benetton, the Vodafone McLaren, the Lotus, and what was the other one? I can't remember what the other one was. But it takes those liveries and it replaces some of the in-game base game liveries. So it gets rid of the shark, the tiger, the dirty air, and basically the marble, all the ones that are really shit that I never ever used. It basically puts the deluxe liveries over the top of those, so it saves me like 20 quid, 15 quid that it would cost to buy the upgrade just for those liveries, which is fantastic. So I'm going to be sticking that one in there as well. I've been playing about with the extended UI mod. So the scoreboard, timing board that you see on the left-hand side of the screen, it basically stretches that out about twice the size. So the base page gives you lap time, then the gap, either as the leader gap or the split gap, like the interval gap. Then it gives you tyre percentages and obviously the compound as well. But what it also does is it has a sector thing here, but instead of just colours, it actually gives you split times in each sector and then the lap time itself, which is going to be much better for qualifying. The only thing I don't like is that it is permanently like twice the width. So unfortunately, I've been trying to find a mod to reduce the scale of the HUD so that I can minimize it a bit, shrink it down a bit, but I can't seem to find one. I don't know if there is one or not, which is a little frustrating, but it's, the sacrifice you have to make for the functionality of the improved timing board. So I've been playing about with that a little bit, and a few other little bits and bobs as well. But I ran this race, and I didn't even notice until like second practice. DRS opens on that second DRS straight exiting turn 2 on the run to turn 3 on the PC, and I don't know if it's down to a mod or if it's on the base game, but yeah, the DRS works on PC on this circuit. I'm hoping it'll work on Hungary as well. I haven't tried that yet, but yeah, there we go. So a bit of fun coming with our PC series in the next week. How you doing, Comment? How you doing, Farah? Good to see you guys.
How was the balance now?
All right. We have a 90% there for Kimmy and an 85 for Minnie. Not too bad, given that it is a sprint weekend, and I'd completely forgotten it was a sprint until Crofty told us in the intro. We are running the entire session. Another painful evening for Comet. Well, you've just told him what to research on Google now, so... How you doing, Wayne? Let's see how high we can get our driver prep before the session ends. I'd like to get it over 50% if possible, to give us that wiggle room. The fact that our car part knowledge is maxed means that it's just basically down to how much time we spend on the track. So we want to make sure we squeeze every single lap out of this session. We do have some rookies running by the look of it. Just slow down time a moment while we check. So we have Patricia Giraud. Richard Irvine is in for Cadillac. Patricia's in for McLaren. Who else do we have? Conchetta Caruso is in for Aston Martin. Patricia Diaz is in for Aston. And there we go. That is the list of the rookies running today. Oh, Irvine. No, we mentioned Irvine. Richard Irvine. So yeah, I've not had a huge amount of sleep today because I was up, as I say, till gone 10 o'clock this morning. And then got a few hours sleep, and then my groceries turned up, so I had to get those all sorted out, and managed to snooze for about half an hour. You know, after I'd sorted all that stuff out. Should hopefully be okay, but might get a little quiet from time to time if my focus starts to drift slightly. Oh, there we go. Flag to flag. How did we do? Up to 90%. So if we can improve the setups to 100, we'll get close. We'll get very close.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
All right, let's take a look. Let's go to a 7.3. How much do we need to find? 10%. That might be all we need to do. Push that up and a little extra there as well. I'm going to go with that. See how that works. Hopefully, if we are a little way off, we can just tweak it even further with a front wing adjustment without breaking too much. Medium tires, we need to find 15% here. This is a little bit trickier, so I'm going to drop the front wing down. I'm going to move that to a 7.3 as well, I think. Bring that in, bring that down a bit. And let's see how we do with that. Hopefully it won't be bad, but if we have a really poor qualifying, which is possible around this circuit, if we get held up and it being a sprint, it's shorter qualifying sessions, then that may facilitate pit lane start. I hope not. It's going to be hard to overtake. Much easier when that DRS zone between turns 2 and 3 works, as I discovered on the PC this morning. Can't believe they still haven't fixed it on the console.
At the moment, all clear. More push when you're ready. Straight out, track is clear. Okay, let's go, let's go.
Alright, we're going to get held up into turn 1. No, but we are going to get held up exiting through 2. Oh, now we're going to hit them in a worse place here as well. Yep, a little lift. If we catch them here at the chicane, that's going to be really bad. Much worse for the Haas than it was for us. So that's good. Now hopefully they'll dive out of the way before we get there. No, not with Iwasa. He might have to pull over and ruin the start of his lap anyway here. He does. That's what you get, Iwasa. So, a 1:16.1. Mini is just under 0.2 slower. But we are half a second down on Alex Albon.
It was a mega lap.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a mega lap. It was a lap. Nothing mega about it. Yeah, of all the greatest laps in of all the laps ever recorded in history, it was certainly one of them. Oh, great. Now I've got Joe riding my gearbox for the
Position is
entire
okay.
lap. You wish there were impeding penalties. Yeah, well, those penalties would affect us as well. And there would be so many of them that it would just completely, obliterate any semblance of legitimate qualifying.
Gap ahead is okay. More push when you're ready. More push.
So this is where I hope Mini holds strong.
Recharge off and push.
Oscar sets a new benchmark time to 1:15.4. I mean, we should be safe with the times that we have at the moment, but it's not a guarantee. As Antonelli is cruising up onto the back of Oscar, gets through there. Is the Sauber in front on a cool down or on a push? I think it's on a push. This is where we might get dive bombed.
We saw that.
Yes, we did. But we have improved, and there we go. We actually held him off. Very nice. Antonelli is not improved in the middle. Mini's personal best in the first two sectors, but doesn't improve overall because he lost too much time in the final sector with all those cars in front hitting the pits. Should be safe though. See what Antonelli does in the final sector. Goes top. That's see, one lap pace. We're strong on one lap pace, but consistent, race pace is where we are struggling a little bit. All right, we found a little bit, but not much. Let's dial that down. We actually gained quite a lot there. Don't think that's going to do me any favours. I'm just going to leave him at 96. Well, no, I'm going to test to see if the wing goes up to 8.5. We can always drop it down after the first lap and put it back to where it was, so that we can make those adjustments after the sprint. Try and get him up to 100%. A little bit of a shorter session, so less likelihood of being, obliterated with traffic here. So both Red Bulls, both Cadillacs are through. Gasly is out, so there's only one McLaren. Stroll made it through. There's only one RB. Russell went out, so there's only one Aston. Both Alpines made it through, which is a bit of a surprise. And Isaac Hadjar got a very good first qualifying session. Both Saubers are through as well, and both Haas. So yeah, I think the most notable absence there is probably George. If Albon could get through in fifth, you would have expected George to get through.
Gap for the car ahead is okay. All push when you're ready. Track is clear.
So a strong first sector for Oscar,
Recharge off and push.
although he's got a Red Bull in the way.
Position is okay.
And he doesn't clear him before the chicane, so Oscar's lap could have been ruined there. Purple in the middle, but this final sector could be a bit iffy. Max has gone purple in the first now. Now Mini goes for purple. You're getting a distant tow from the back of Joe, I wonder. I don't think it's close enough for that. Antonelli has set a benchmark time. It is a 1:15.3, and he is over a second quicker than the Salvers. Joe is all over the back of the Haas now. So he went purple in the middle sector. Max sets the new benchmark of a 1:15.1. Joe was going to beat that with that slipstream. He does a 1:15.0. Mini just 2.5 tenths away. And Antonelli half a second away.
To push during the in-lap.
Okay, copy.
So Mini's probably safe. I'd like to think Antonelli is as well, but there's no guarantees. Still waiting on Leclerc, and Leclerc obliterates Joe by 7 thousandths. So not really much of an obliteration, but he gets there. Let's go on to Stoffel Watch. And he is slow. What about Hadjar? Hadjar makes the top 10. Let's turn the cars around. 94%, so we found some time there. We came down from an 8.5, didn't we? So let's go to a 7.5 on this one. We lost 3%. So that to me suggests that it's going to need to go down that way, or it's going to be somewhere in between those two. We'll go back to just the 8. Porsche heads out. Let's see if we can find an improvement. So Hajara's snuck in between us.
Okay, track is clear. Charge off and push. Track is
At
clear.
least
Mode race when you're ready. Mode race.
Porsche went through where he did and not through the final turn. That would have been a disaster for Kimi. Mini now might be in trouble in terms of trying to improve. Unless he can go late on the brakes. And we've seen him struggle to do that in race trim, so I'm not expecting him to get past Isaac here. And he's proved me wrong. Good job, Mini. Gets himself through. Neither driver's improved in the first sector. Antonelli has found some time in the middle. Mini again hasn't. Maybe you can find a little bit more in the final sector, but it probably won't be enough to improve his time overall. Antonelli just has a couple of corners to go now. There we go, past Oscar's favourite parking spot. No improvement for either driver. But we are probably through. Piastri has got fourth. Going second. RB's Red Bull's first and third. Doppel has made it through with a slipstream off the back of Piastri there. Let's see. Lawson, can he squeeze through at the expense of his teammate? I think he's on an in-lap, actually. He looks pretty slow. Albon is out. Iwasa's out. And Lawson is into the pit. So Lawson is out as well, along with Hajar, Ocon, Fujii, Albon, and Iwasa. Van Dorn, your goat into SQ2. He's into SQ3, but that just means he's going to have further to fall when the race gets started. Because you know what he's like. All right, did we get any improvement there? We did. We found an extra little bit. That is so close. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Look at that. And he's so close to getting into that high confidence, but I just can't find the improvement I need to get him up there. All right. If we are lucky, we can get 2 runs.
2, 1, green at the moment.
Let's see if we get impeded. Only 2 cars on track in front of us, so that limits the potential for damage, and I don't think Piastri is going to be a problem. It's going to be where we catch Leclerc, I think. And I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be at the chicane. Well, maybe not. It might ruin the end of Mini's lap here. I don't think Antonelli will be affected. We have a yellow flag. Mini running a little wide. His damage is on the floor. Damn it.
Now we're down at turn 9. And wide they go, leaving the racing line. And you really can't do that too often with these cars.
No, you can't. But at least neither driver is going to be impeded here, so that does compromise Mini though for his second run. And 115.3. Antonelli 115.1.
We need a fast in lap.
Copy.
Can't change the underfloor until after qualifying. So Fittipaldi's on a flyer. Might get held up here by Porsche. I think he did. There we go. There is Joe on an in lap. That is Max on an out lap. We've got Oscar out behind us. So even if we do, by some miracle, manage to stick it on pole, Oscar will be able to immediately respond and bitch slap us back down again.
Straight out, track is clear. Charge off and go.
Are we close enough to get the slipstream on Kimi here?
Just,
And can he stay with him to keep that slipstream with that damaged underfloor? We are a long way off Oscar and Leclerc, look. A long way off. Can't see Piastri improving on that, and I don't know if Leclerc will either. I know Leclerc's on an in lap, so no improvement in the first. Can I at least get ahead of Stroll? Oh my god, Stoffel's out-qualified Mini. No improvement for Antonelli at all so far. Mini has found a bit in the middle. And he'll have a better exit through the end of the second sector into the third because he didn't run wide this time. So should be able to find those 6,000ths that we need to get ahead of Van Dorn. Max goes P3. And Mini does get ahead of both Stroll and Van Dorn. Thank you very much, Comet. So it is Cadillac from Red Bull. Antonelli managed to get ahead of Max. So Ferrari, Red Bull on row 2. Ferrari RB on row 3. Stoffel somehow gets into 7th place ahead of Zhou, but Zhou did not get a good run. A second and a half off his teammate. Then it is Fittipaldi and Porsche also with a bad lap as well.
Hello and welcome as our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us.
And of course, the big incentive here is getting a few extra points on the board, with the top finishers in the sprint set to add to their championship tally.
So this could make for an interesting sprint if this rain stops and we have to switch tyres. It's at 1.62 at the moment, and it's not going to change, is it? No, but the tyres could very well overheat. So we'll have to be wary of that. We need to swap out that underfloor. There we go, got one left now. Although new ones are on the way. %66% on the engine, 60 on the gearbox. Slightly better for Kimi, but not by much. Going to put one extra lap of fuel in so that we can push the fuel all the way. Let's push the tyres off the start as well. And let's get ready for the start of the sprint.
All the drivers on the grid about to take to Melbourne for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
All right, it's a decent looking start from Antonelli. He might be able to jump Leclerc here. And he does. Mini now trying to get a run on Verstappen. Verstappen moves out to cover that. And the big question is, can I stay with Oscar? And look at the difference in battery deployment between the two. Just goes to show that it's not uniform when you have neutral and battle assist switched on. When you're trying to defend, you can burn up more. Antonelli has got that 1 second gap. I want to wait another lap if I can before I turn the battery on. Although I am going to try here with Mini. Get the jump on Max.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, and Piastri's gone. We're going to have to respond.
Overtake available.
Yeah.
You can immediately see the difference in tyre temps running in that dirty air as well. Antonelli in clear air. And Mini's tyres already up to 97 degrees.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Okay, copy that, copy.
Alright, gap is starting to come back down again. Max with the fastest lap, and he makes the move, or tries to, on Charles there. Mini keeping a watching brief. Now he's got a chance of a run on Verstappen, but it's not going to get through.
Mode charge.
I'm going to save the rest of Mini's battery.
Copy, copy.
let's cool down the rears.
There we go.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy.
Try to increase your pace. No overtake now.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Gobble, gobble.
Auto charge.
Yeah.
Use overtake.
Copy, copy.
It is like having a turkey on the radio. All right, Mini does not have the pace to stay with the front four, which I didn't expect, to be fair, without DRS. So we will leave him like that. He's in clean air now, so his tyres should be okay for a while on that pace setting. And let's just hope that he can hold off Stroll and Zhou. And we'll keep Antonelli here, keeping a watching brief on the back of Oscar. And the Red Bull's tyres are looking like they're probably a bit toasty. 108 and 108, yeah, they are pretty toasty. So maybe if Mini can at least stay not too far behind, keep the gap at around 2 seconds, it'll keep him at a window where he can push his tyres a little bit harder without them melting. And if the Red Bulls stay locked onto the back of me like this, maybe I can melt their tyres and give Mini a chance to actually close the gap back down again later. I'm not overly optimistic of that, but you never know. Let's see if we can punch our way past Oscar here
Copy.
and see if we can do some damage to his tyres as well. I think if we can get ahead, I think we can probably stay ahead. It's just whether or not we can get ahead.
We leave it to you.
Copy. I am trying.
The race is long. Keep focus.
Here we go with a chance up the inside. Oh, we push him wide. And there we go. Moved on.
3 is in front of you.
Verstappen behind. Slow down.
Copy.
One time press and hold overtake available.
All right, looks like the track temperature or track water level might be dipping slightly. Don't think we'll see DRS. Lap 12 will be an interesting lap, according to this. Porsche has got through against Stroll. Mini still holding firm at the moment in 5th place, now 3 seconds off the back because we upped Antonelli's pace to get him through. I do need to just calm those tyres down a touch. Looks like Piastri is going to have a little look at returning the favour. And he loses out to Max, so is Max on a bit of a charge here?
Try to go down as much as possible.
And is Leclerc going to get his way through? Piastri manages to hold firm, and Porsche has got through as I've lowered my tyre pace.
Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4. Can they squeeze by?
Yeah, just left the door open, look. Porsche went around the outside.
And the McLaren...
Rookie mistake from a rookie driver. Max is definitely looking pretty aggressive at the moment. And we will cover him off. So Max's tyres were coming down. They were 103 on the last lap across the line. This time round, 103 again. I know I've got aggressive overtake on. It's deliberate with Antonelli. Mini's still on normal. But I put it on Antonelli because I wanted to make sure he would get the move done. And if we get past, I want to be able to immediately respond on that as well.
Okay, to push on tires.
Once again, Max is really looking quite threatening. And Leclerc having a look at the inside. A little twitch from Piastri there on the exit. They're still side by side. I think Max is... Charles is going to get the move done in the end. And he has.
Let's try everything we can. Move charge, move charge.
Joe is through on Stroll now as well. Van Dorn's down to 10th, so he's out of the points. And 6 seconds away from the points now. But so far he hasn't done anything stupid. There we go. We're really condensing them down here to a point where I can try and get Mini through again.
We can push one more step on tires.
And he gets the move done. Good lad.
Okay, more charge, more charge.
Yeah, the Red Bulls have definitely dropped their tyre pace down
A small lift off to help the tires.
because they should be melting.
Copy.
The amount of time they've spent in my dirty air here. I mean, they're still hot, but they're nowhere near as hot. We're going to see a lunge up the inside from Oscar. You're surprised Verstappen hasn't got through yet. Well, Kimi has excellent defensive skills. Plus, he's using his extra fuel to brake late. He's got battle assist turned on, and he's in very high defensive mode as well, although at some point he will probably be able to sneak his way through. Leclerc has backed off a bit, and you can see Mini is now right back in contention for some extra points.
No problem, no problem.
Now we can push one step more on tires.
You see, he's just repositioning the car in the braking zones to cover off those lunges from Verstappen. And Leclerc gets back through on Oscar again. At this rate, I could have got away with not putting any extra fuel in. Here come the questions. Can we save the questions till the race, where I have a little bit more time to think? Don't have many laps left here in the sprint. I'm trying to judge when to try and save some battery and when to try and push.
Full charge.
Recharger.
You can reduce slightly the management there. Full charge.
Yeah, copy.
Yeah, I saw that lunge coming, but can we hold him off?
Looking fine.
Oh, he pushes us wide.
Giving your best.
We have a slipstream. He doesn't. It's not going to be enough.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
There we go.
Good job.
Ooh, Max got really close.
Okay, mode charge. Mode charge.
But Antonelli's battery is now nearly full. I just need a little bit more in Gabriele Mini to make up for that little bit I had to burn to hold off Teo. So I haven't asked, well, I haven't checked, but I'm guessing I don't really need to ask. Have you bought the remaster of My Name is Mayo, Farah? I'm almost certain the answer is yes, I've already got the platinum.
Good job. Okay, charge on.
More charge.
Right, we have done some damage to the cars behind Antonelli there, tyre-wise. Same behind Mini as well. Both drivers in pretty good shape here, tyre-wise.
Recharge on.
And you see Oscar trying to make the move on Max, and he's going to get it done. Is this where
Try to pull it down a bit more. On
he
your
actually
tires.
starts to push?
Yeah, copy, copy.
So there is 4 laps to go. 4 laps to go.
4 laps. We have been controlling the
Just
pace
behind you.
beautifully here with Kimi. Because make no mistake, he could be going faster than this. But he's driving defensively, and it's what's allowed Mini to stay in touch.
Keep focus
Quick
on
check
our
of
race.
stopwatch. He's now down to P12.
Mode attack. No management is required.
You can push harder.
And that is exactly what we're going to do.
Do your best. Overtake available.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Try to cool the engine.
Okay, no problem. Okay, copy.
Try to cool the engine.
Piastri's moved in front. I've now got 2 laps and a full battery
Overtake button.
to not just attack, but then try and pull away as well.
Two laps to go.
Try to cool the engine.
And there we go, back through. Oscar got a poor exit.
Copy.
Try to stay off.
Just
slip
nowhere
stream a
through
bit,
for
more.
Mini.
Copy, copy. Yeah, copy.
Try
Ah,
to cool the engine.
Copy. Yeah, copy, copy.
Mode charge.
Yep,
Piastri's
copy,
pushing
copy.
back. He's trying to get back on terms. We've left Joe for dead, look. I hadn't even realised. So, final lap.
Use overtake.
Okay, copy.
We'll just set the fastest lap. Oscar swoops on through. It's the risk I took by going out of defensive mode.
It's okay, it's okay. Verstappen behind. Recharge on, recharge on.
Mini's not going to do any better than P5.
Verstappen behind.
And this is where we have to make our move.
Overtake button.
No overtake.
Copy.
We're not close enough. Damn it, Oscar's going to get me. Should have stayed in defensive. I would have had a chance. Ah, it's so frustrating. We controlled that sprint beautifully up until the last 2 laps.
Everything can happen in this race.
But it's second place. It is good points. Red Bull.
I need to improve a bit the driving to be
Let's
more
see.
on
Red Bull
point,
got
but yeah,
11 points.
feels better to be honest.
I got 11 points. Cadillac got
Fantastic.
11 points. So, all 3 constructors matching each other. And
It's been an exciting sprint, and the Ferrari driver.
remind me, is it a palindrome where a word is the same that is forward and backward? Because that's what we've got with the top 6. Cadillac, Ferrari, Red Bull, Ferrari, Cadillac. I think that's a palindrome. Just going to grab a drink from the fridge. Confirmation of the final result is there on the screen for you. So it is Oscar from Kimi, Max from Charles, Mini in 5th, then Joe 6th, Porsche 7th, Stroll in 8th, Lawson 9th, Fittipaldi in 10th. So both Haas making the top 10, which is good, but not good enough for points. Looking a little bit lower down, we had Fuji E in 11th, Ocon in 12th, getting ahead of his teammate Stoffel, down 6 places to 13th. Then Sargent in 14th, 15th for Iwasa, 16th for Hajar, 17th for Albon, 18th for Behrman, 19th for Russell, starting from the back of the grid, only made up 3 places. Then Tsunoda, Gasly, and Staniak.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
These days, it's a much faster layout here at Albert Park, and teams need to focus on getting high and medium speed cornering right to set a good qualifying time.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting
Max
good
on the
lap
wrong
times,
side of the garage
so
again.
They're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
All right, so it's going to be wet again. We have got the opportunity to make a little minor tweak. So I'm going to push that up. I can't push that up. So it's going to have to be that and then pull that down like that. All right, fingers crossed we'll find a couple of percent more. What do I need here? Not sure about that. But we'll try it.
Green light.
So this is just a confidence building lap because the track is going to dry up. Lock up for Iwasa. Pretty close there between the two. Another lock up there. Isaac this time running wide. I'm going to go out and do another lap on these inters.
More charge and box.
And there we go. Track is now drying up. And everybody who's on an outlap is now potentially on the wrong tyre.
At the moment, it doesn't look like it's raining.
Copy.
We are going to have a lot of traffic coming through that we're going to have to fight against, but I'm trying to get the track in the best possible condition. We're going to be the last cars out.
Watch your mirrors.
Nearly.
It's going to be out.
Nearly popped out right in the path of Max Verstappen there.
Watch behind.
As Mini makes way there for Lance Stroll. And we have ruined someone's lap in a Cadillac there. Not sure which one. And all those cars are now potentially going to do that back to us. So Leclerc is top with a 1:16.3. It's going to get messy. Someone's getting eliminated out of sequence here.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know if it's going to be us. It might be us.
Track is clear.
Behrman goes top with a 1:16.0. Fuji now up into third. Now Russell ahead of Stroll. Piastri's on an in-lap and he's 1.8 seconds off Behrman's time. So Piastri could be in real danger here. Zhou is on a flying lap. Coming up the line now. Look at all this traffic about to get in our way. Some definite impeding going on there. Here comes Mini. Oh, Jesus. It's just a mess, isn't it? Porsche's quickest now with a 1:15.8. Ocon goes up to P2. Piastri's now down to 15th place. Can Oscar get eliminated in Q1 here? That would be a dream for us. He's out. Oscar is out now. We need to get through. Otherwise, we're going to be at the back with him. Antonelli getting held up in the final turn as well, but surely we can do enough. Antonelli goes up to P8. Mini goes P9. We are through. It's Albon currently out. Yes, he is out. Albon with Stoffel. Then Oscar Piastri out in 19th place. Yuki Tsunoda is 20th. Gasly 21st. Roman Staniek at the back of the grid. And we've already had our first huge weather-related casualty this year. Oscar Piastri out in Q1. Evening, Mike. You weren't here for the standings. Should have been even on points, but it's Piastri or Antonelli technically in the lead. I don't know. I didn't look. Probably Oscar, because he's won more races than we have. Nailed the front wing. Braking stability is not... So we're back where we started. We're still at 95%. But, never mind. Car setup here. We nailed everything except the front wing. So again, no change to the setup value. It's still 96. How many sets of inters do I have? Plenty of inters. All right. What's the track water level? 1.17. It should be just based on who has the higher result. No, it's always been done on win count back. Whoever has the most wins. And sprints don't count towards that. It's Grand Prix wins. And Oscar's won lots of races this year. I think he's won 3 races this year. No, 2 races. We've won 1, I think, with Kimi. Have we? I'm not even sure if we've won a race. I know we won a sprint. Let's go with 2 laps of fuel. Yeah, 2 laps.
Ten seconds to the green. Focus on tires.
So yeah, there you can see Oscar's top with 2 race wins. We've only got the 1, which is why Oscar has the lead.
Point is clear. And more push when you're ready.
Straight out, track is clear. Recharge off and push.
See how we do on this first flying lap. We are going to get an instant benchmark from Joe in terms of a Cadillac. He's got clear air as well, so should be a pretty competitive lap time for him. We know he has struggled in qualifying this season, but his race pace has been strong, given the power of that car. So it's a 121.3. And we are about half a second away. Who do I think is going to win this race? It's going to be dry. So Kimi's definitely in with a strong shout. It all depends on where the Red Bulls qualify. Piastri is going to be very quick. He's going to cut his way through the field and he'll definitely get in the points. Wouldn't be at all surprised if he gets up towards the podium, if not even maybe into third. But I think Kimi has a chance to take his second win here. with Oscar starting in 19th.
Tires, okay. There is a bit of traffic in sector 3 at the moment. And both push when you're ready. Tires are okay.
Charge off and push.
Purple first sector for Mini. Personal best in the middle. This will get us closer to Verstappen and Zhou. I'd like to think it will get us above Leclerc. The track is getting a little wetter. Mini improves up to P4, 2/10 away from Max.
Try to push during
Give me
the
P5.
Okay.
Okay. Looks like there will be a little dip after this small spike. But it's going to be wet all the way through the session. There's going to be no switching to softs, I don't think. Going straight back out to do another 2-lap run. We should be safely through, but I just want to see if we can improve.
Watch behind.
Watch your mirrors.
Ooh, mistake for Max.
Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits.
And that was the start of a push lap, I believe.
Concentration, maybe.
Yeah, he hasn't aborted, he's carrying on. He's not going to improve his time.
Recharge off and push.
Now the track water level starting to dip. Took a little longer than I was expecting for that to happen. Yeah, no improvement in the first. I'm not surprised, given the water level. Might find a little bit in the last sectors. So Antonelli managed to pump in a personal best sector in the final sector there. That just bumped him up into peak confidence. We're just below that with Mini, and we've got another lap to go after this cool down lap. So everyone in front is going to peel off into the pits in a second.
That's okay. There's the traffic there. More push when you're ready, more push.
And now tires are stabilized. Okay, track is clear.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Right, we have a Sauber, no, not Sauber, sorry, a Haas in front of us. That is Fittipaldi. Track water level is stabilised at 1.17, which is pretty much where it was at the start of the session, so we might have a chance to improve here. Depends whether there's enough in the tyres still. This will be their fourth push lap. Antonelli's found a bit more, Mini hasn't yet. But he may have been slightly compromised into the final turn of the lap. We have a yellow flag. Oh, Behrman's in the wall.
Red flag.
So, there we go. Qualifying abruptly brought to a halt. No time to restart the session. Max is through with the quickest time ahead of Zhou and then Leclerc. Mini fourth, Andrea Kimi Antonelli in fifth, Behrman in sixth, but will take no further part in qualifying. So he will start at best from P10. If they don't have any spare parts of the same type, he will have to switch to an older spec, and that will force a pit lane start for Behrman. Porsche in seventh, Lawson eighth, Sargent ninth, and Wasser 10th. We are saying goodbye to George Russell, Isaac Hadjar, Esteban Ocon, Fudo Fujii, Lance Stroll, and Enzo Fittipaldi. And we are starting dry in this session. So this could be potentially a critical lap. It is going to get wet, and then potentially start to dry again at the very end. So let's get out nice and early.
Green, green, green.
And just hope we don't hit a big wall of traffic.
Gap ahead is okay.
Everybody is out. I'm a little concerned about the position of Lawson, not Lawson, sorry, of Behrman.
Okay, let's go.
So Behrman must have had spare parts. How is he still going, actually? Behrman should be out. He shouldn't be out on track. Unless the only thing he broke was his wing, maybe. All right, here we go. Mini coming up towards the line. Someone's gone quicker. Probably whoever's right behind Joe. Mini does a 1:16.6. That's not great. Antonelli a 1:16.2. That's a bit better, but we want 1:15s, really. There we go. Leclerc 1:15.7, although he was slipstreaming Joe all the way around there. So 1:16.1 looks to be the benchmark. Here comes that little bit of water. I'm going to stick with the same tyres so that I have a spare set of softs in case of a late safety car. Porsche's gone early, but he's probably not going to improve here. Here goes everybody else. Trying to play chicken with Leclerc, but Leclerc might not even go out. Yeah, Leclerc's not coming back out. There's no way he's going to improve on that time without another slipstream, and even then he might not. So let's see what Kimi can do and hope that Mini can stay close enough to get that slipstream. Maybe we can propel him up there as well. Having him right up there with Antonelli will help. Yeah, play chicken, you know. I mean, like, it's not quite exactly the same thing where you would have two drivers that would just drive straight towards each other, and the first one to blink and turn away loses. And if no one blinks, they just hit each other and kill each other. I was playing chicken with Leclerc there to see who would go out first and give the other one the slipstream. And if you leave it too long, you run out of time and you don't get to do a lap at all. You've never heard of playing chicken? All right, Joe is going to get one monster slipstream here. Max is getting a nice tow. But now he's stuck. He's gone purple in the middle sector, but the final sector is going to be bad if he can't outbrake Behrman here. He gets to lunge. And this is compromising all of them now. Max is going to do the better of them. Was it enough for Max to get onto the front row? No, it wasn't. No improvement for him. Mini not quite close enough to the back of Antonelli to get the full benefit here, but both drivers are improving. They're into peak confidence for the final sector. Can I get Antonelli onto the front row alongside Charles? Just need to find a couple of tenths. If I can get Mini up there as well, that would be really nice. I don't think I can. If I can get him up to like fourth, or 5th. I'll be happy with that. It is 2nd place for Antonelli. Just Mini gets to 5th. I will take that. So, Leclerc will start the Grand Prix on pole position thanks to that mighty slipstream he got. We would have had pole position had it not been for that slipstream he got on Zhou in the first run there. Zhou himself will start in P3, so expect him to be an ever-present threat during the race. Max in P4, Mini in P5. He's got Pourchaire alongside him in P6. Pourchaire is going to be a real problem to start the race, and then we'll see what happens with tyres and everything else. I do expect this will be a 4-car breakaway. Ourselves, Zhou, and the 2 Red Bulls. And then Mini and Pourchaire will be leading the fight for 5th.
Well, the fans here are all set, every one of them eagerly awaiting the 58 laps of today's race.
Albert Park often seems to set teammate against teammate, from Hill and Villeneuve dueling for the 1996 win to Bottas beating fellow Mercedes driver and pole sitter Hamilton to the win in 2019.
The Albert Park circuit is
Your
bursting
questions
with
there,
rapid
Farrett.
corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. Well, there's nothing quite like it. Welcome along to race day.
Ah, damn it. Got my light out and I can't see where it is. Bear with me. Bounced somewhere. I don't have great lighting in this area. It's not like it's easy to see something dark on the floor. Where the bloody hell's that gone? I just heard it bounce, and it could have bounced anywhere. There it is. Right. There we go. Let's take a look then at strategy. So, the plan is soft, medium. Actually, I think I've got that spare set. I think the plan might be medium, soft, but aggressive on the medium. Yeah, let's go with that. And then let's see. Mini, we will flip that. So we'll go soft, medium. Want him to have that extra grip at the beginning of the race. There we go. I'm thinking more about Antonelli having the grip in the middle and the end of the race. Let's go with 1 extra lap of fuel, which will push off the start, and we'll push his tyres as well. And just 1 extra lap of fuel for Mini. Push him off the fuel as well. And with that, let me check actually. Would he be better off? Oh yeah, he would. Let's do that with Mini. Let's go soft, medium, medium. All right, we are ready. Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Australian Grand Prix.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement.
Buzz, buzz.
The Ferrari driver settles in ahead of this Grand Prix.
A second place start for them today. They'll be aiming for a podium, but could they even sneak the win?
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Brace yourselves for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, can we get the jump on Leclerc into turn one? Maybe. No. Leclerc's on hard tyres. Interesting. Mini is the first in the top 7 to be on the softs. Leclerc's going to be pushing really hard, and Mini has a look and gets past Verstappen. And Max gets through, and then so does Porsche. That was short-lived. Leclerc has bolted. I have to push to go after him.
No problem, no problem.
Which means I'm going to have to push Mini as well.
Press overtake when you want.
Copy.
The use overtake.
Copy.
Wow, he's 2 seconds ahead already. And it's not like Antonelli was slouching there off the line. Level 4 on tyres, full push on fuel. And Leclerc is gone. Piastri is up to P16 already. There he is.
DRS enabled.
Is that Stoffel I see way at the back of the grid there? I think it is. Joe's got ahead of me now. We've got back ahead of Joe. We're 4 seconds behind Charles. Charles is going for it. Oh, there goes Joe.
Yes, let's go.
Good job.
And all of a sudden, as Cadillac have now got both cars way out of the points. And we just run him off the road there. Antonelli getting his elbows out. Joe's now at the back of the grid. 2.5 seconds off the back of everyone else. But Leclerc has checked out. 4 seconds ahead. Max is going to look to have a move. We cover him off. Porsche is going to have a look at Max. Puts a couple of wheels into the gravel there. Got away with it.
More charge.
Copy, copy.
More charge. More charge.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Charge on, charge on.
And I can't quite get over how fast Leclerc's gone. Insanely fast. He is melting those tyres at this stage.
Use overtake.
Yeah, copy.
Please tell me Mini kept the DRS. Yes, he did.
More charge.
Okay.
Overtake.
Okay, copy.
So a dramatic couple of laps there. Joe has now caught up to the back of Stoffel. Piastri's progress has temporarily been halted as they go 4 wide down the back straight. And Tsunoda sneaks through, albeit temporarily. Oscar has that slipstream to Hajar. He'll have the inside line through 4. But Tsunoda's not giving it up. And Tsunoda's actually looking like he's going to muscle through, and he does. So Piastri down to 16th. And I'm now nearly 6 seconds behind Leclerc. What is going on? Where has Leclerc's speed come from? Is he running a new engine tonight? No, he's not. Although his tyre temps are melting. He is absolutely destroying those tyres. Max has got through. Now Mini looking to make the move on Teo. Teo's going to get that slipstream toe on our reverse there. And we might have dropped the DRS here.
And overtake available when you need.
Yeah, we did. So Max has broken clear of us. We use what little battery we've got left here. Try and close the gap back up again.
Use overtake.
What a crazy few laps. Just about missing out on the DRS. So close. We might have just snuck it, actually, if we're really lucky. Did Mini lose out? Yeah, Mini lost it because Antonelli pushed onto the back. And Porsche went straight with him, glued to his gearbox. So both drivers at risk here. And there is a lunge from Logan Sargent, of all drivers. And the Red Bulls have taken control of this Grand Prix here. Long way to go yet, though.
Good level of management on tires.
Oh, that was an optimistic look from Mini, but he pushes Behrman off the track. So Behrman now will drop down to the back of the grid. That's Piastri up to P14. He's not even having to overtake anyone. They're just driving out of the way for him. In fact, we might even see him in the shot in a moment. It's Sargent who's pushed ahead of Teo Porsche now. Kimi just does not have pace on these mediums. And through goes Logan Sargent now into P3.
We just keep our head down.
And is he going to break away from Kimi before the DRS zone? He's going to try. Doesn't have the pace to do that, thankfully. Oh, yellow flag. Fittipaldi now with a mistake.
Now with the Haas, things were going smoothly. Struggling with the car, and hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
I'd be more concerned about damage to the underfloor than damage to the tyres.
More charge.
Yeah, copy.
And use anti-deploy.
Recharge on now.
And to his credit, Sargent has actually closed the gap up to Verstappen a little bit there. And now we will have a look. No, we will fail to get the move done. Ollie Bearman with a new fastest lap, a 120.6.
I am trying.
It's okay. Okay, more charge.
Yep, copy that, copy.
Sargent in third, it's insane. No, Sargent was running up there in the podium spots every now and again last season as well. He was the bright spot for Mercedes because Sainz didn't do dick.
Same management as before was good. Same management.
Copy that.
Our suggestion is to cool the rear.
Copy.
More charge.
We will end up ceding the position. But the tyres are getting a little hot and I want to cool them down a touch.
More charge.
Another yellow flag. And that is Fittipaldi again, I think.
Let's
Yeah.
have a look at that. Now we're at turn 11 now. And there's the lockup. And they'll need to be mindful of the effect that that had on the tyres.
So I think we might just need to sit and charge for another lap before we try and push through again. Give Kimi's tyres a chance to cool a little bit as well. See if Porsche can push the pace now that he's moved up into third. Mini's battery is almost full. Antonelli still has a little bit more to go. Both drivers still have pretty strong confidence levels. Do not want to get jumped by a Wassa here.
You need a mode charge. More charge.
Copy.
Okay, more charge. More charge.
Yeah, one more lap of charging should be good. Leclerc still pumping out very, very fast times. Punishing those hard tyres. So there's no way he's one-stopping. He's definitely on a two-stop with that level of push. My only hope is that he is very underfueled and will have to save fuel quite extensively later in the race. Because otherwise, it's going to be a Red Bull 1-2.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
We can push one step more.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
We can fight.
Oh, poor Cher, just getting back on the track in a way that blocked us there. Can Antonelli go around the outside of him here? Yes, he can. Comes the inside from 5.
At the moment,
And we're away.
6.
Next up, Logan Sargent. And can we now get Mini through? Not here, we can't. Maybe out of the chicane.
Full charge.
Copy.
10 seconds off the lead now.
Press overtake.
Okay, copy.
Keep focus.
Come on, Kimmy. Get the move done into turn 1. We can get a good run through here.
Yes, let's go.
You're doing well.
There we go. Can we hold the line? Just about, but we've lost the DRS. Oh, no. Pourchaire's going to push back through again. That actually works out for Mini. Because Pourchaire now does not have DRS.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Yeah, copy.
All right, we have dropped Logan Sargent. He did not get DRS.
Charge on.
Oh, man. Russell got through. When did Russell overtake
Try to
us?
recover your previous rig with that,
Oh, we got boxed in. And we know that Mini backs out in the corners because of his low overtake stat. Damn. That did not work out at all well for Gabriele Mini there.
mode charge. Mode charge.
Right, let's see if we can at least stay away from Logan Sargent. He is just creeping back onto us again.
Mode charge.
Pit window's going to open up soon. No further progress for Oscar. He's still down in 14th place. And there is a DRS overtake attempt from Iwasa. Held that off.
Use overtake.
Sargent's caught me again. Which means Russell and Pourchaire also in DRS range. I need something strong here from Mini.
To reduce the management.
That'll do it.
Mode charge.
Yeah.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Copy, copy.
Overtake button.
George is up to P4.
You ready?
Copy.
He gets through.
Don't give up. Sergeant behind.
I don't understand why our pace is so bad with Antonelli. I really hope it'll be stronger on the softs. I mean, it can't be any worse. Russia's already dropped me. He's already dropped me.
Albon is
That's crazy. I thought I was maybe being a little pessimistic. Oh, whoa, there we go. That is a red flag situation. Albon and Sargent. Huge, huge crash. That has to be a red flag. Yeah, there we go. Red flag.
Red flag.
All right, let's adjust the strategy. Yeah, it's always great when you get to see it happen right in front of you like that, isn't it? There we go. Well, we're going to be golden on fuel. We'll have our batteries recharged quite nicely as well. Let's go a little aggressive off the line. And a monster crash, and we saw it happening behind us. And that's a shame for Albon, who was looking quite strong here today as well.
Teams start to dwindle.
Evening, Tommy. So, 4th and 6th, everyone gets a free tyre change. We're on softs to the end now for Kimi. Mediums to the end now for Mini, unless we have another stoppage or a safety car.
Not for the first time today, the drivers are lined up, awaiting the lights.
George sitting there in P3 behind the two Red Bulls.
Lights out, and away we go.
He's got a good launch as well. He might get Max here through turn 1. Not quite. Porsche tries to get me. He can't. Oscar's in P9. And all of a sudden, Oscar has a real chance of winning this race again. Mini gets through into P6 as Porsche gets pushed wide.
Right then, we can take a look now. We're watching the Ferrari.
Blimey.
The opportunity begging
And we see
to
a
be
Williams
taken.
getting pushed wide there as well.
And the Ferrari moves up.
So Albon has a penalty for hitting Logan Sargent, which I think is a little harsh. No, Sargent has the penalty for hitting Albon. Again, I think that's a little harsh. It's not like he could control where the car was going to end up there.
No charge.
Okay, tell me.
Charge on, charge on.
Name of a driver who has won the most wins in Australia. Okay. I have my answer, but I'm waiting for comment. You're going Hamilton. How many times?
Overtake available.
Overtake available.
You're going 6 times. Wow. Okay, you're wrong on both accounts there. I can tell you that for now. Hamilton's only won it twice. Schumacher 4 times.
It's just a lot of confidence.
Everything can happen.
I don't think anyone's ever won it 6 times. I think
Keep focus.
Schumacher is the highest. That early 2000s Ferrari was blisteringly fast around this track.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
We are 4th and 6th, and Porsche has picked up underfloor damage.
Yes, let's go.
Very good job.
So that's going to hamper his chances of a strong finish now, potentially. We are tucked up behind Iwasa at the moment.
We need to manage front left.
Leclerc has dropped down to P5. Not quite sure what happened to Leclerc.
Recharge on.
Move charge, move charge.
Copy, copy.
Gobble, gobble.
Try to slow down a bit.
Yeah, copy. I am trying.
You do your best.
Ayumu Iwasa is in 2nd place right now. And closing, he's looking at a move. Oh, some movement there from both Russell and Antonelli on the approach to turn 1 there.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Evening, Victor.
Okay, mode charge, mode charge.
Okay.
Oh, please tell me I didn't just lose the DRS.
Mode
I think I
attack,
did.
Mode attack. Overtake available.
I did, damn it. At least with the DRS broken, I've got a chance of defending against Stroll here. And getting back into the zone. Antonelli up into 3rd.
At the moment, we are P6.
Right, who's on what tyres? Let's have a look. So Max is on softs, Russell on hards, Leclerc on mediums. Antonelli's softs are better than all of them. Iwasa's on mediums.
Mode charge, mode charge.
Piastri's on mediums. His tyres are comparable. He's up to P8 now. He's got past Porsche. Look how tight things are here. If I can just bide my time with Kimi, I think I can break away here. And I need to do it quick because Oscar's right there, look. Just 2 cars behind Mini. So Russell now up onto P2. Iwasa down to 4th.
Recharge on.
And Antonelli is through.
Overtake button. Nice, come on. Push, flat out, flat out. Mode charge.
Did Mini get dropped while I was busy dealing with Kimi there? He did. Back on the battery again for Mini.
Overtake available.
New fastest lap for Guan Yu Zhou. He's up to 12th. He's recovering nicely. And I'm trying to get my breakaway here. Oh, I got 2 points for that, did I? Was it a point for the number of times and a point for the driver? Cool. All right, there's a chance for Mini up the inside of Charles Leclerc. Can I complete the move with a slow-ass Sauber in front of me? Yes, I can. Or can I? Oh, yes. Max just not Max, sorry, Charles drifting a couple of wheels onto the gravel there.
You are the
Fastest lap for Antonelli, and he is suddenly over 3 seconds clear.
Back off, back off, back off.
Now 4 seconds clear of George.
Recharge.
We've got a chance to get through here as well. And Mini moves up into P4 ahead of Ayumu Iwasa. Lovely. Oscar in P7.
You are doing a good job there. The front is Verstappen.
Let's go back into harvest mode now. Who's been on the podium more than anyone else? Ooh, that's a trickier one.
Tires update.
I really don't know on that one. I'm gonna go with. Is this just number of podiums total, or is this podiums outside of a race win, or is it podiums but never won? Total podiums, including wins. Okay. I think I'll stick with Schumacher. I'll go 7. It could be Hamilton, but I don't know. I mean, he's only won the Grand Prix twice, so he's already down 2 on Schumacher just from that. The last few years have not been kind to him around this track.
Overtake available.
Max is pushing. But we have tyre life on him. We're going to try and jump past George here.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
All right, Zhou now up into P9, all over the back of Zhou, and gets through.
It's 2 seconds from you.
Or does he? Stroll has the slipstream.
More charge. Keep focus on our race. Car behind Leclerc. Try to slow down a bit.
Trying to leave the door open for George to go through so I get the DRS again. There we go. I said Schumacher 7.
Keep focus on
Comment says Schumacher 6.
Next car behind will be Leclerc.
Max has got the gap down to just under 2 seconds.
Do your best.
Hamilton 10. Holy shit. Piastri now up into P6. Yeah, the Mercedes has never been amazingly strong around the circuit in terms of outright race pace. I know Button got a couple of wins here. One was with Brawn. I think he got a couple with McLaren.
Do your best, man.
Rosberg only got a couple of wins. I'm amazed, Max has only got 1 win around this circuit.
Keep focus on your race now. No overtake now. More charge, more charge.
Pace ourselves.
Copy.
Two constructors.
You are doing a good job there.
For the most podiums.
Gap ahead 5 seconds.
I wouldn't even know where to begin in terms of the numbers, but I've got an answer for the teams. Oh no, he said the number 28 each. I'm going to go Ferrari and McLaren.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine. Russell behind. Try to go down as much as possible.
Oh man, Oscar's breezed through into third. Ay, ay, ay.
Overtake available. Mode attack.
Come on, Minnie, stay with him, stay with him. Good lad.
More charge. Overtake available.
Yeah, with McLaren, you're talking going back to what the 80s. You're talking, you know, Senna and Prost, Berger. You're also then talking Hakkinen and Coulthard, Hamilton, Button. Didn't Kovalainen get a podium here as well? Max is in. That's hard tyres to take him to the end of the Grand Prix. Where's he going to feed out? And Ferrari, Ferrari, you've got the Schumacher years. And then, you know, Charles and Carlos have been quite good around here as well. Seb, possibly would have got a couple. You're also talking, you know, maybe Alonso. But, you know, Raikkonen, there's another one. Maybe Massa. So, yeah. That's why I went with those two. Just lost the DRS. Damn it.
Okay, more charge, more charge. Overtake
Just about close enough. Evening overcomer. The non-winning podium countries. Oh god, this is where it gets difficult.
Okay, do your best there. Okay, more charge.
So we're about 5.5 seconds ahead of Oscar at the moment. Mini is sitting nicely here on the back of Oscar.
Russell behind.
It's got to be Checo. Can't think of any other Mexican drivers off the top of my head that would have been quick enough. It's about as close as you can get to the back of that Cadillac.
Tires update.
George is still up here with us. Max is down in 15th and stuck in traffic. Denmark. Oh, God.
Copy.
Everything is
Kevin
ready.
Magnussen.
Full charge.
Again, I can't think of any other Danes. I can't think of any other Danes, period. Still in peak confidence here, which is very nice. Russian. They are Fiat. When he was at Red Bull. Sure as shit wasn't going to be Sergei Sorokin or Nikita Mazepin. I don't think Petrov got one. Brazil. It's got to be Ruben.
You are doing a good job there.
All right, we get
Full
through.
charge. At the moment, they are doing well.
Oh, Petrov was an answer. I do remember that Lotus being very quick at the start when they had that rear-blown exhaust, and they were really excited because they thought they'd found this amazing concept that would give them so much potential, and then it just stalled. You know, they pretty much nailed it immediately, as good as it could be, and it couldn't go any better. And the car just started falling back down the order as the season progressed. Right, we are one lap away from a pit stop for Kimi. Someone asked me what is Verstappen's lap time. Have a look. Where is Max? In 7th, doing 124 on that last lap.
Do your best.
Italy. Pretty sure Fisichella won this Grand Prix. No, you can't give another answer. I've tried that before. I tried that last night and it didn't work.
Box.
Copy, box now.
I'm pretty sure it's not Fisichella, so I'm just trying to think of another Italian. Yeah, Jarno Trulli is the only other Italian that springs to mind. So I'll go with Jarno Trulli.
I'm in the pit.
Alright, we're into the pits.
Can reduce the management, tires are fine.
We are going to come out behind Verstappen, but we had a blisteringly quick stop. We've got soft tyres. Max has already used up some of his hards, plus he had to fight through some traffic. There is Max. Oh, it's going to be tight.
Keep focus on our race. Okay, to close the gap now.
Actually, can I maybe get away with a set of softs myself here? Only if I look after them. Oh, of course, Patrese. I keep forgetting about Patrese. Yeah, we'll stick with the medium tyres. I remember him sometimes, and then other times I completely forget all about him.
Russell behind.
Two laps remaining.
All right, Mini is in, and so is Oscar.
Yes, let's go.
Oh, and so is Joe. They're double snacking. And we have to wait for Piastri, but Joe had to wait as well.
And save fronts.
Copy.
France. I can think of a few French drivers.
At the moment, you are,
Just not sure which one
nine,
will be the right one.
front there is Tsunoda.
Oh, look at that. Straight away, we get a move done on Yuki. Or do we? No, our tyres are cold. So we are net P2 with Antonelli. And net P8 with Mini, because Lawson still needs to stop again.
I am trying.
Iwasa seems to have picked up some underfloor damage as well, by the look of it. There is Teo all over the back of us. I'm going to warm these tyres up quickly before we get
Focus
jumped.
on tires.
And I'm going to go for a fastest lap attempt here. I mean, there's so many French drivers to potentially choose from. When you rule out the obvious, like Alain Prost, because he definitely won around, in Australia.
You are doing a good job.
Not around this circuit, but One around Adelaide. And then
Do your best.
I've just got this sneaking suspicion in the back of my head, and I don't know whether to go with it or not. Oh, there we go. There goes Lawson. So having got past Sonoda, that puts us now up into P7, but we have lost ground to Piastri, faffing around trying to get through. Antonelli has broken clear, did get the fastest lap, and it is a 1:17.3, 1.2 seconds quicker than the previous fastest lap. So that's a good start. We're going to push again on this lap.
Keep focus on our race.
It doesn't look like we're going to improve, so let's save what's left of the battery
Charge on.
and cool those tyres down.
Use overtake button.
Need to try and get Mini back onto Oscar Piastri.
Tires okay. No overtake. Tsunoda behind.
I know. I'm going to go with Gasly. I don't think I'm right. I just had this sneaking, nagging voice in the back of my head that was telling me to say Grosjean, but I just don't think it's Grosjean, so I'm going to go with Gasly.
We are P6.
I don't think he's right either, to be fair, but
More charge. Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
oh, you're definitely not right. Comet, Frost 1.
More charge, more charge.
Olivier Panis. I did briefly consider Panis. Strife I wouldn't have got. No, I didn't even think about Lafitte. Yeah, Panis was one of those names knocking around, but I was just thinking, yeah, and decided against him.
Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine.
I'm amazed I didn't suggest
Okay.
Lacey, actually. Britain. Okay. You chose Norris. He just won this race.
No problem, no problem.
Oh dear, dude. Okay, well, it's not Norris, it's not Button, it's not Hamilton, it's not Coulthard. They've all won here. Eddie Irvine has won here as well. Damon Hill has won here. Mansell's won here.
Stroll behind.
Well, I've just told him all the ones it won't be. So.
Stroll straight behind.
All right, I've got my answer. I'm going to wait for comment. Yeah, Irvine won in '99. It was the year that he made that push for the title. Yeah, George is who I was going to say.
Stroll behind. Okay,
15 laps to go. Mini in 7th, but is in the hunt for a podium here. He's only a couple of overtakes away from getting to the front of this queue, which is currently occupied by Oscar. Let's make sure we don't get dropped.
More charge. More charge.
We might actually be about to. I'm going to have to burn that battery.
Overtake available.
What are my tyres looking like? Better than Leclerc and Russell. Not that much better than Oscar. Oscar's going to be the hardest car for us to fight, without a doubt. And we are now out of spare fuel.
Behind you there is Stroll. Suggest a small lift off.
I did wonder about Brundle, but the only thing, whenever I think of Brundle on Australia, I always think of that monstrous crash he had at turn 3. That's the first thing that always pops in my head when I think of this circuit. And Martin Brundle is that monstrous crash he had. He was playing Star Fox there. Do a barrel roll.
You need a mode charge. More charge.
Copy.
You can slow down a bit more.
Yeah, copy.
Hockenheim, the first thing that springs to my mind there is Fernando is faster than you.
Keep focus on our race.
New fastest lap of the race for Joe, 116.8. It's half a second quicker than I can, and without DRS, there's no way I'm taking that. Especially as my confidence has bled away. I can give it a go with Mini, but I think I'll be extremely lucky.
More charge. More charge.
Yeah, copy.
More
Right, the
charge.
Cadillacs have broken free
Copy.
of Russell and Charles, so I need to clear these guys quickly. They're going hunting after Max. And my podium chance for Mini is just, I think, evaporated. But P5 would be an excellent result. As always, P6 to 8 is the range that I look at for Gabriele Mini.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
Fastest lap achieved 6 times, 2002, 2003. 2006, 2007, 13, and 17. Kimi Räikkönen.
At the moment, we have Russell in front. Try to close the gap with the car ahead. Use overtake.
Yeah.
Right, the gap has come down a little bit at the front. 3.5 seconds. Or has it gone up, actually? It might have gone up. Been a while since I remember what the gap has been. Oh no, it's been going up, look. Little by little. Since I turned the tyres back up. Damn it. Mini bailed.
Mode charge.
I think I'm just going to aim for P5 and try and hold off the Cadillacs with Kimi. Give him a bit more tyre to play with.
So we need to back off.
Copy.
Try to increase the lift off.
Okay, copy.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Copy.
Let's have one more try.
Do your best, man. Try to close the gap now. Use overtake.
Copy, copy.
Leclerc's pushing onto the back of the Cadillacs for me. Go on, get George, get George. Yes, there we go. I just bailed out on Charles.
Good job.
Let's see what happened there. Now look, here we head into turn 2.
I thought he was going to bail out of it for a moment. We just gave George a little squeeze there.
And that puts them in 6th.
Try to go down as much as possible.
Copy, copy.
Gobble, gobble.
Mode charge. Mode charge.
Piastri and Zhou are hunting down Max. Still 10 laps to go, so there is still a chance that we could get back onto them.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Keep focus on your race now.
Stoffel watch, yeah. He's not doing well, is he? Where did he start? P7? P8?
Mode charge. Mode race. Mode race.
The Cadillacs are closing.
Keep focus on our...
They are overtaking each other to close the gap down. Leclerc has dropped off. I'm going to try and punch past Leclerc here, I think.
Try to minimize the gap with the car in front now.
What are the scores at the moment, Farrah? And are there any more questions?
No problem, no problem.
All right, Mini gets it done. It's P5. Not going to break away from Charles, but if I can at least close the gap a little bit to the front, to the two in front, when Leclerc inevitably gets back in front of me again, maybe that'll give him the impetus to actually catch them. Antonelli just cruising at the moment. It's going to be a pretty comfortable win for him if things remain like this. Could I possibly get the fastest lap here? I don't think I can. Yeah, not without DRS. Did close the gap substantially though.
More charge, more charge. Try to pull it down a bit more.
And just like that, we are potentially back in the fight for the podium with Gabriele Mini here, which would be a huge result for us. Helped in no small part by Piastri qualifying down in 19th and then Joe running wide and dropping all the way to the back of the grid in the early laps, but we'll take them as they come. We've been comfortable against the Red Bulls, which is the important thing. That was where I thought we might potentially struggle, especially with the pace of Leclerc in that opening stint as we go around the outside of Joe there. Where did that move come from? Joe's not giving up. We have no real battery left. That was short-lived, but a moment of excitement there.
Try to recover your previous
So let's
I want to
take a
see
look
that.
at the replay. Zhou Guanyu is the focus here.
No, I missed the first replay. Oh, and look, George is back. George gets back ahead of Charles Leclerc. Where'd he come from?
Russell behind. Okay, do your best there. Increase the lift off. More charge.
Right, we've got 5 laps to go after this lap. May as well keep the tyres in the condition they're in, but no need to up them just yet. We are still comfortable.
More charge.
And I've just got to be very careful with where I choose to try and get some battery in the car. There's no point really harvesting here because you only use like 1-2% coming out of turn, the final turn. So we would say maybe 1% of battery.
Russell behind.
this is the best place for us to get some harvesting done. Going into this double DRS on the back of the circuit. And the Cadillacs are starting to push in on Max again.
How are the tires?
Push on the fronts to get grip. Okay, more charge, more charge.
And they just compromised each other pretty badly there.
Copy.
Use overtake, use overtake. More charge, more charge. You can slow down a bit.
Okay, copy.
Bad corner for George, and he drops down. Back behind Charles.
More charge, more charge.
Leclerc may lose a DRS here. He did.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
And this time we are going to get the move done. And we're past Oscar. Excellent.
You're doing a good job.
And 3 laps to go.
Copy.
No management.
I get the feeling Oscar may be harvesting his battery, ready for the last lap or two. And start to warm up those tyres again. Max has got the gap down a little bit. Don't want to give him any kind of sniff of an opportunity.
No saving.
Copy.
More charge, more charge.
And Leclerc's got through, so I think, Piastri is either harvesting or fuel saving, or maybe even both. For him to have just dropped down 2 places like that. And Joe is
Keep focus on our
within
race.
2 seconds of Max now.
More the charge.
Less than that, 1.5 seconds.
2 laps to go.
2 laps left. Let's give Antonelli some battery.
Overtake button.
Copy.
And George is having a look at the back of Oscar.
Next car behind will be Leclerc. Do your best.
And Joe has caught Max. Joe smells second.
Overtake available. I know it's not easy, but we need more fresh air there.
Come on, come on. Hold him off, hold him off, hold him off, hold him off. Ah.
Do your best, man.
And Russell has got ahead of Piastri. Russell's got ahead of Charles Leclerc. Russell up to P5. It's all going to come down to the braking at the ends of the second DRS zone here into turn 11. That's where the podium's going to be decided. I haven't had a message come through for a while. I keep getting old messages popping up on the screen, so I don't know if my chat has broken. We are going to be denied a podium. That's cruel. We almost got it. Damn. I see the test 1-2 on my tablet, but not on my TV. Yeah, it's just kind of screwed at the moment. But there we go. Antonelli has won the Grand Prix. Second win of the season. That will put him top again in the Drivers' Championship. A disappointing result for Oscar in the end when he looked like he was on for a podium. Dropping down away behind Russell at the end there. And what a good result for Mini. Fourth place, just missing out on a podium. And that man there cruised to victory in the end. And that is not something I was predicting at all. As I say, big helping hand from Cadillac by qualifying badly and then throwing themselves out of contention early on.
From the Ferrari driver, wasn't it?
It was a truly excellent win, with everything working together for the team and driver.
Oh, that's a wonderful scene. The team getting their first chance to congratulate their driver on a job well done. As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And that's about that for this weekend here in Melbourne.
Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
That should swing us back in the Constructors as well. So, confirmation of the final result. Top four all gaining one place from where they started. Kimi takes the win ahead of Zhou, who got the fastest lap by half a second from Kimi there. Max takes third. Mini takes fourth. George up 6 places to take fifth. Oscar up 13 places from 19th to finish in 6th. Leclerc down 6 places from pole to finish in 7th. A good race for Tsunoda. Look at that, up 12 places. He finishes in 8th ahead of Théo Pourchaire, and Esteban Ocon rounds out the top 10. Just below that, we have Pierre Gasly and Stroll. Stroll in 11th, Gasly in 12th. Gasly with a good run, gaining 9 places, although that might be helped by the red flag. Then it's Iwasa, who had underfloor damage, as did Pourchaire, from Liam Lawson. Fittipaldi, Thudo Fujii, who also had underfloor damage. Ollie Behrman down 8 places to finish 17th. Staniek in 18th. Stoffel 19th. Hajar ended up in 20th. Stoffel just managing to hold him off at the very end there. And a DNF, a double DNF for Logan Sargent and Alex Albon. Sargent bouncing off the track, hitting Albon. And taking both of them out there, which brought out a red flag. Let's see what the driver's standings look like. It is Kimi on top with 101 points, 32 points today, double Oscar's points tally. So that's now a 17-point gap at the top of the championship. Very nice. Max moves ahead of his teammate by 7 points. He is now up into 3rd with Leclerc dropping down into 4th. Zhou remains 5th on 46 points, just 1 behind Leclerc. Mini moves up into 6th ahead of Yuki Tsunoda, 10 points behind Zhou and 9 points ahead of Yuki. Then it's Pourchaire from Gasly, Russell up 3 places to make it into the top 10. He's on 14 points now. Ollie Behrman down into 11th place, as does Sargent and Fudo Fuji also dropped down a place into 12th and 13th respectively. Ocon 14th, 15th for Albon, 16th for Stroll, 17th and upper place for Iwasa, but still no points. Then it's Lawson, Fittipaldi, Stoffel, Staniek and Hajar bringing up the rear. In the constructor standings, we retake the top spot from Cadillac by 7 points. We outscored them by 10 this weekend. So back to the top of both standings, which is very, very nice. Red Bull in third on 101 points. They are keeping in touch. You know, the gap isn't ideal. 29 points behind Cadillac, 36 points behind us, but they're not out of it yet. There's still a good result away, or a bad result for us and Cadillac away from getting right back up to the top there. McLaren, a distant fourth in 38 with 38 points there. Williams with 27 in 5th. Aston up 2 places into 6th with 16. George doing all the work there. RB down 1 into 7th. Mercedes down into 8th. Sauber stay 9th. Alpine 10th and close the gap by a point. And Haas still yet to get off the mark. In the pit stops, we got the quickest stop with Antonelli's stop there, and the second stop goes to Leclerc. We got third with Mini's stop. Red Bull also getting more points from Max's stop in E8. Alpine, decent points with Stoffel's stop there. Haas getting some points with Fittipaldi. Williams with Staniek. Aston with George, and Mercedes and RB close out the top 10. Let's take a look at the standings. We have 145 points. No points for Cadillac today. So we open up a huge gap. We are now 73 points clear at the top. More than double their points tally. Red Bull closed the gap up to just 3 points behind them as well. 22 points earned today. Aston in 4th on just 28 points. It's a big gap already. 41 between 3rd and 4th. Then Alpine, Williams and Haas all climbing 2 places apiece. 4 points behind Aston is Alpine in 5th. Williams and Haas both on 18 points. Williams with a quicker individual stop of 1.96 or 1.979. And then RB down 3 places into 8th on 15 points. Sauber down 3 into 9th. No points for them today. Mercedes get a couple more points, so they're up to 3 now. And McLaren, looks like they might have just improved their quickest stop, but it's still 2.3 seconds, which is nowhere near where they need to be. Slowest stop today was a 2.12. So, yeah, not good for them. And these are our only stops that we made under racing conditions, as we changed our first set of tyres under the red flag. Both drivers hit their target, so the sponsors are happy. They give us a nice amount of cash. And we do not have to pay them any contract bonuses, because I made sure not to give them any in their contracts. So we get the full 2.375 mil added to our bank balance. Let's head back to HQ. Matthias Spinney goes up by a rating point. He's up to 90 overall now. Let's take a look at our inbox. Construction delayed on something. That's annoying. So, cars come through unscathed? Not at all. We knew we destroyed an underfloor. We also had a rear wing failure, another underfloor failure, so we have no spare underfloors now once we replace the underfloor on Kimi's car. And we lost a side pod as well, and I don't know if I have a spare side pod. That could be problematic. We have got time to make one if we need to. Singapore is 11 days away. Let's see. Construction delayed on our race sim. That'll delay it by 20 days. I'm going to pay the overtime. I need that improvement as quick as possible for Antonelli. Not Antonelli, sorry, for Mini. And we have our first vote for next season's regulations. It's kind of a moot point because we won't be here next year. We'll be on the PC instead. High speed or low speed? I don't think it really matters. Let's just go low speed and see what happens. It'll probably be high speed change. It usually is, but we'll see. All right, there we go. The new underfloor is ready to go into production. So let's get started on those. Let's get 3 of those underway. Do I need another side pod? Let's fix the cars where we can. Oh, we do have spares. That's good. Let's install the replacement underfloor there as well. Nope. There we go. Change out that rear wing. New rear wings are coming. Side pod there is also at risk, but we're working on a Mark III side pod, I believe. So we're not too far away from that coming. Suspensions are a little low. That one is fine, but it's high risk, I think, on Antonelli's. Yes, it is. We are yet to get started on that. When is the next ATR? I think it's already popped, hasn't it? Oh, it has. It's 20 days away. Oh, wow. All right. I don't think we can get much in the way of gains here. A little bit. I do need to make it intense. There we go. I don't want to wait 20 days for the next ATR period to pop up. So, let's see. Singapore is 10 days away. This is 7 days away. Let's throw another couple of engineers on there just to make sure that we do get that done in time to give me a chance to rush to for Singapore. And then we're 2 weeks away from our replacement side pod and chassis as well. What are we looking like on stock? We're fine on the chassis, front wings, rear wings, side pods. We're okay on underfloors. We just got started. Suspension a little risky, but we've got a new one going into development. That's a month away. I don't want to take the risk of us needing another one, so I'm going to make one more because we know we're about to lose a suspension. So let's make one more. And then, if worse comes to worse, we've always got a fallback for later in the season. Right. Are you still there, Farah? We've got our scouting on Stoppel. I just had another load of old messages popping up on the screen talking about Petrov. Oh, goddamn chat is so weird at times. Let's take a look at Stoffel. What is his mentality? Neutral. So those are his genuine stats, and his cornering is a little higher than I thought it would be. Braking is bad. Reactions aren't great. Control, 75. Really? That seems a little high for the amount of mistakes he's made. Overtaking is abysmal. I feel that pain, with Mini. Defending is pretty decent. Okay, we know about the underfloor. Let's check in with our facilities. We have got stuff that's close to breaking. There's the design center. I can't even afford the refurb on that. It's 4.4 mil. Ouch. That's getting low. We've got upgrades going through on both of those. Thought something in here was a little low, but it's not. So that's okay. All right, 10 days away. Do I plan to scout Lando? Yeah, I think I did, didn't I? But I only have the one scout, which is why I didn't scout him. So yeah, let's find Lando. Yeah, that's going to annoy me that we can't fix that. Let's check in with the board. Board must be delighted with that result, surely. Absolutely, they were. Fantastic stuff. A win and fourth place. Big haul of points. Taking back control of both championships today. So, yeah. Good to see that they are showering me with the praise I rightly deserve, because I too am extraordinarily humble. Let's take a look at our affiliates. Everything's going okay through here. Drivers are looking okay. Our staff here are looking good. Harzele and Tondi are at least positive, as opposed to just neutral. Diego is just Mr. Permanently happy. He is out of contract at the end of this season. We should offer him a new deal. And we can drop that salary down. Yeah, we'll drop them down to 3 mil. That'll save us $500,000. It'll be there's no breakout or giant breakout clause in it as well, which will help. But that will save us $600K a year, because that will be a contract to come into effect immediately, like we did last season with Tondi and Cardile, to reduce down our wage bill a little bit. We saved $2 million on our annual wage bill by giving them new deals last year, which didn't really equate to much on a month-by-month basis, but across the season it adds up. What else do we need to do? Is there anything else we need to do? We're 7 days away. Have we got a weather report now? Yes, we do. It's going to be a wet one. Ooh, Singapore in the wet. Light rain as well, so it could be one of those races that is intermittent. And then we go to Qatar for a sprint after that. And then Montreal with quite a good chance of rain. Bahrain in the middle of the summer. Oof. Yeah, that could be interesting. All right, next design will be ready in just a day or so. There we go. The rear wing is done, and I think I might have screwed up here because I don't think I've got a slot. Oh, I do. Oh, thank God for that. I thought for a second I didn't have a slot left. Right, we are 4 days away from Singapore, so we have to rush these. There we go. Just going to make the 2 on the rush, so we get those for both cars, and then just pray that we don't break one in practice or quali. I've got 2.2 mil. We are going to go out with a bang. We're not going to bother with research for next season. So we're just going to pump everything into improving our car this year. We have done a Mark II front wing. Let's get a Mark III front wing. not going to give us a lot, is it? It's not worth it. I wonder, maybe, because we definitely did an intense wing here. Maybe I can gain more on the rear wing. That's where we're really hurting. But I'm looking at the difference to what's currently equipped. So, same with the underfloor. We don't have the new underfloor to go on the car yet. Or do we, actually? I don't think it's ready yet. No, it's 2 days away. All right, well, advance time. Let's take a look at our staff survey. So, Mini is neutral. That's his biggest issue, is his performance against Antonelli, but that's understandable given the gulf in skill between the two. Engineers, absolutely buzzing. Cardley and Tondi very unhappy with drivers. I think that's more down to Mini than anything else. Everyone else, pretty happy. Positive for Antonio and positive for Arvid, rather enthusiastic. Arvid wants a little salary bump. Well, tough. Results. Oh, it is going to be low speed changes. Okay, I'm surprised by that. Quite convincingly as well. 7-4, the vote. Ferrari, McLaren, Alpine, Haas, RB, Aston and Cadillac voting for. Red Bull, Mercedes, Williams and Sauber voting against. All right, that's our spare suspension. We have a rear wing and we have a single underfloor as well. So let's fit those to Kimi. There we go. So those upgrades, let's take a look at how much they've improved the car. Quite substantially in terms of cornering. Not much in terms of speed or acceleration. DRS didn't get much either. But the downforce, again, it's not massive gains, but it's all added up. So it's quite a tight field again, by the look of it, with Cadillac and Red Bull sitting comfortably at the top. But now I have reference points to work from with our next upgrade. So let's see. What we can do here. So I can gain another 2 ranks on speed, DRS, and a rank on dirty air. Okay. So that's what that would look like. Let me check the underfloor. Negligible. Absolutely negligible. Yeah, without hours, I think we're going to struggle to get much more out of these parts. I'm going to hang on to the money then for now. We might have to go intense again. We'll see what the new chassis and side pod do. We do actually need to keep some cash aside to be able to build those as well. So, yeah, let's add an extra underfloor onto that. There we go. So we've got 4 of those in the works now in total. 1 built, 3 underway. That's 1.8 mil left. We're 2 days from Singapore. We'll advance time, get our scout report on Lando. There we go. So, those are Lando's stats. Cornering, braking, reactions. They're not amazing, are they? Accuracy's really bad. His adaptability, I think, is a little unfair on him as well. How old is he now? Marketability is amazing. He's 29 years old, so he's not like exactly past his prime. He's still in average, so he would still gain. There we see his F1 career stats: 11 wins, 4 sprint wins, 55 podiums. But last season was not a good one for him. 10th, 76 points. The year before that, 5th with 3 wins. The year before that, 3rd with 4 wins, 4th with 3 wins. So he peaked in 2026, and it's been downhill since then. A little dip there, big dip there. This year he's not even on the grid. Yeah, it's not been a kind run for Lando, has it? Let's scout Behrman, see how he's improved as time has ticked on. There we go. Second spare front wing, rear wing is done. So let's slap that onto Mini's car. Give him a little bit of a boost. That has improved things for him a little bit in terms of his cornering ability, but it's still not ideal. We're still lacking in speed. I hope the new chassis and new side pods combined with the new suspension will really help give the car that extra little bit of oomph in a straight line that we need. But there we go. That is it for tonight. We are prepped and ready for tomorrow's race, our final race of the week. So we are going to be moving onto the PC channel on Thursday for some ETS, and then Friday I'll be starting ATS. I will continue to do some more play testing on the PC F1 Manager version over the next few days. And then next week, we'll be back Monday and Tuesday with F1 Manager here on the PS5. Wednesday and Thursday will be on the PC. And then Friday will be some ATS. That'll be our schedule next week. And all that PC stuff will be on my second channel. So make sure if you haven't yet subscribed to that channel that you do so, and hit the bell to be notified to be aware when those live streams actually start. We'll be trying to keep to the same start time of 8 p.m. just, you know, regardless of whether we're on this channel with the PlayStation stuff or the other channel with the PC stuff. And going forward, once things are all nicely settled, I will start probably doing some daytime stuff as well. I also am looking to get a couple of little mini Let's Plays going at some point soon as well. Probably something for both channels, something for this channel here with some PlayStation content, something for the PC channel with some content there as well, probably a little bit of Frostpunk. And then, yeah, we'll see how we go. If you do need the link to my other channel, you can find me by just searching YouTube /at JimBob_JBPG. There's also a link to that channel in the About section on this channel here. So you'll find the link there. Do hope I will see you there on Thursday for some ETS. But before then, we have Singapore here tomorrow. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more F1 Manager very soon.